Okay.
This is Mike Felton.
Hi,
how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Mike. Nick and
Kristen.
Kristen, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, great things.
So we can fully enclose this. Okay. And these are all automatic. I mean, we can
Not all,
not all.
but you can add them.
Okay. And this is okay. So we can single sailor if we need to.
Correct.
I'm pretty klutzy, so the ability to get up to the mainsail is important to me.
Right here.
One of the advantages with Fountaine Pajot, I actually found years ago, so I know these boats well. Okay. The booms on these boats are much, they're low enough that they make easy for sailing. And I will tell you that when you're out on the water, it makes a big difference. It's those little things like that sometimes can almost like, well, it's in the way. It's not in the way. You've got plenty of room here, but yet it's really functional for you when you're out in the water. And that's everything. These boats are, especially if you're just going to live on it, spend time on it.
You
want a boat that's designed for that, and little things like that. So that makes a big difference.
Okay. Yep. Those are, and I feel like those little things like access are kind of make or break for me.
Yes.
Like I can deal with it's got a small freezer. I'll just stick a Yeti somewhere. I'm okay with that. But I need to be able to maneuver. I have new knees and I'm klutzy, so I need to be able to get around the boat. So that is important to me. And I like to be. Like some of the helms that I'm seeing. I'm like, how do you even see where you're going? I don't want to look through a window to steer. That doesn't make. We're power boaters.
Right.
Making the transition to a sailing catamaran, and that was one of the things that really kind of spooked me. Was I don't want to look through a window to steer.
No, definitely. No issue to see you out there.
Right.
So that's, if you're going to live on it, spend time on it, that would be the goal.
I don't want to be at the helm in the weather.
Look, it's great when you're in the sun and sometimes when you're out there a long time, sometimes it's like, oh my God, get me out of the sun. I don't want to be wet, soaked,
Yes.
Our top on our powerboat never comes off. I'll take the sides down, but
One of the cool things about function standpoint that I think you'll get relate to is this is the walkway here. This again may seem somewhat insignificant. If you're on the boat or you have people on the boat, there's always this convergence to the helm. And when you're trying to do stuff at the helm, you guys, excuse me, it's like being in an airplane, and having to move your legs while people are scooting between you. You don't have that issue here.
Yes.
Okay, and that's really cool.
Okay.
Now, what about the access to the winches if you're up here alone? It's easy peasy. I hit my autopilot, and I walk over here and I make my adjustment. Okay, and it's one step. The other advantage to this helm situation is, look, you can communicate directly
right there.
what's going on.
Yeah.
Again, you're out on a one-day or one-week charter.
No big deal.
When you're living on it, you're gonna see out. Big deal. Okay, because now the conversation will continue when you're not out.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the lounge pads up here. Okay, very nice, very relaxing, and the helmsman or helmsperson could be there. You're still engaged in the conversation going on, and this does become a popular spot sometimes when people are talking. They'll stand and they'll talk.
Yeah.
You do this. What you're saying. So the point is, it's really functional.
Okay. I think we would need to fill that with solar.
There are solar options that we can certainly go over.
Oh, we do have quite a bit.
There's a whole
there.
solar
Nice.
panel back there.
Yeah, I did not even notice that. All right. So how much is
I knew you
this?
were going to ask that. I'll get the numbers for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough yet to be able to tell how much power I need. What uses what?
Now the generators common or the oversized alternators? Or, yeah.
Very common.
Okay.
They're very efficient. They're not loud. It's Fountaine Pajot does a great job on location and installation. So, and I'll show you too. Walking on, I can show you some of the stuff.
Okay.
The access is great on these boats too.
Okay. Yeah.
We have several
But we know that video's no substitute
Yeah.
for that.
Crawling around on them.
Yeah.
So, a couple of things. These do have the recessed hatches. So again, living on it, kind of a big deal because they're toe stoppers no longer. Okay,
Yep.
so you've got that great lounging area here, and then this leaves up you have access to your anchor and tankers. So you can just lift up.
There's two ways to get up here. That's nice.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So.
You've got your anchor windlass, remote down there, storage area here.
And the anchor comes right out of there.
Right out of
doesn't
here,
run
it's
down.
got a bridle on it.
Yep.
And you can get an anchor. Watch your toes there. You can get an anchor, and I would recommend it. Chain counter on auto release, so you can do a lot of that right there. Someone's got to be here to hook the bridle on, but other than that, it's easy. It's easy. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I like
But
this,
you can
yes.
get on, you can that up, or any access, I would recommend it. Yeah.
I like the fact that I'm not going to be walking through lines on here either.
They really do. I was going to point that out. The width, everything's outboard. Okay, so on your stage, so you don't have to do this kind of the
That's what I
jig
hate.
getting around.
Yes,
it.
I hate that on our powerboat. I'm always.
Wide decks and these handle placements
Yes,
make
it's
a really
wonderful.
big deal. I was on a boat on one of these from St. Thomas to Aruba, and of course you want this when you're out there because you're moving, and you really start to see the shortcomings of some areas, on boats when you're out there actually using them. And, they've done a great job on placement.
No, handles are very important to me.
Yes, no, absolutely.
Yeah, less trip hazards, more handles,
Absolutely.
easy access, all very important to me.
This is the Maestro version, so this is the owner's version, which is the one you would want. I would
Yes.
For sure.
This is phenomenal. And again, for a boat, 42 feet, to have this much room in here, okay? This is it's just phenomenal. 35s are out here, 42s. Lots of storage.
Yeah.
That's your bathroom.
Oh, I like. Oh, it's a separate head. That's nice.
Yes, it's completely separate. It's not a wet. It's not a wet bathroom.
Yeah, this is nice. Light.
Very size. Step up there to crawl up. This also closes here for privacy.
Right.
So if you want to close this up or have guests or something, you're kind of
A little privacy. Well, I like the fact we just did the lagoons, and one of the things I didn't like was there's like a whole couch here, and I was like, I don't need a couch down here. I need
Couch
storage.
to steer the wall.
Yeah, I need storage.
Right.
This is storage.
You've got some storage.
Yes. So, I mean, it was beautiful to look at, but I need function.
Right.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
I love these escape hatches. I'm like, I'm gonna need a little less chips if I'm gonna be fitting for that sucker.
You're not going to need it.
Yes, I read that you really overcapsized. Yes. So,
Let's go to the other side.
okay. Yeah, this is nice.
Well, Fountaine Pajot's done a great job too. It's just with window placement. You don't feel like you're down in a hall.
Right. Yep. And we have lots of people that would be visiting us that are not boaters, so I think that claustrophobic factor would be
It's much
huge.
minimized.
Yes. Head and shower.
On this one, yes. But it is fully separate.
Okay, nice.
What's your timeline you're looking for?
5.
Which this would be 5
Well, 4 to 5 years. So
before you're ready to go.
We have 230-pound dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got you.
Not me.
they're not coming with us.
Well, this could work.
Yes.
Like the key is this. The way this would work is we would deliver the boat to you. We'd actually we deliver it to you in France. Deliver it in France at La Rochelle. We go through, the boat will be commissioned. We'll work through everything with you. We'll make sure you know how to use this boat. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, depending on what your schedules, you have options. You could cruise the Med. You could bring a captain. We'll help you supply, find a captain that we recommend that would be good for that. You could have the boat, once you deliver it there, you could have it sailed back over via a captain, if that's what you want to do, unless you guys want to do it yourselves. Okay. My point is, we deliver a number of them over there, and that's that work. Or we can help you get it shipped from La Rochelle to a destination.
You just start with France.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is, if you've got the time and you're at that spot where you want to do it, when are you going to be over there again? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so you've got the opportunity, you're there.
Yeah.
You can go, and there's plenty of people who, if you're not comfortable doing it, we're going to make sure you're comfortable using your boat. I guarantee you that. Okay? Because the reality is, this isn't about, hey, thanks for the check, good luck. Okay? It's a long-term relationship because it's a lifestyle. You're getting into a lifestyle. And so that's what we're going to make sure that you're comfortable with on doing that. And you're going over to France, it's easy to get over there, and it's fun. And working with us at Navy Point 2, we don't push it off to a whole other group. You never see me or anyone again. We work with you in the whole process, and I would be there, along with the team. So my point is, it's a long-term relationship. We end up wanting to go in that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to get. We've already started downsizing. We moved from a ginormous house to a smaller house, and then eventually we'll
move to an apartment.
We've already gotten our remote.
So you're already moving forward with it, which is really positive.
Yeah.
Here's the challenge. This may sound like broker talk. It's not. Okay. The important thing is, if you're at that spot where mentally, emotionally, you say, "We're going to do this. We're going to do this." Get in the queue. Because that 25 deliveries, if a boat were bought today,
right.
I get a number of people who will call back 6 months, 8 months, you're like, we're ready to go. And now it's 26.
Yeah.
And they're going, you told me 25.
Yeah.
I did 8 months ago. So I'm not saying that to try to push anything, but it's important. You need to know that, or you're going to get yourself jinked up. Yeah, you'll get jinked up otherwise, okay?
Just as a ballpark, what does it take to get into the queue?
Right. So to get in the queue is a 20% down on the base boat. Now that's not the boat fully loaded up. It's the base boat, okay? And I can get you the pricing on that accurately here. I can ballpark it, but sorry. And I can ballpark it, and we'll go sit up there and I'll give you the pricing, okay? But 20% down puts you in a queue. Now it doesn't guarantee the price because you're out to 225.
Right.
But what it does do is it puts you in line. If a price increase comes up, I'm calling you going, hey, you guys, are we still in or out? Here it is, okay?
Right.
Here's the price. It's guaranteed. It's refundable up until a point, and that point is a little bit of a moving target. Well, I'll get you what that point is. It's got to be closer to 25 because they just can't project the cost of material and everything out that far.
Okay.
That's why it's like that. So it's not like you're giving something away that you're never get back 4 years later. But on the flip, it's important to know that it is a commitment in all that. But this is the time to be kind of pulling the trigger. If you guys are mentally and emotionally, I'm good to go.
We have one thing we have to do first. We have never sailed on a catamaran. So we have lessons in Fort Lauderdale in May that we've already booked and paid for. So we have to see if we actually like it.
Who are you going with?
Blue water sailing? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's out of Fort Lauderdale. It's ASA. It's the 101. It's all 4 courses.
Yeah. Okay. I think you'll like them.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was our Christmas gift to each other.
That's nice. No, that's nice. So that's May. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you guys think about it. If you decide, start
I think
thinking.
we're gonna like it. We've been in powerboats for years and we love it. So we don't want to leave when
You're good.
we leave her alone. We don't want to leave the boat. So.
No, I get you. And I would be hard pressed to think you're not going to like it, to be honest with you. So we have I can tell you the number of people who end up buying, never having been on on the boat. And a number of sight unseen purchases had happened, and no one's upset when they're done. It's just kind of like you'll like it. But yeah, I get it. And if that's your comfort zone where you're at, no worries. But just keep that time frame in mind. And if you guys kind of decide, but maybe we should put that down. Then we can get you a queued up. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't you show us what the base price is?
Yeah.
20%.
Yeah, come on. Let's.
Where we gotta be.
Drone footage in the summer when we're out on Lake Erie.